Can you call the roll, please?
Director Scobie.
Here.
Director Wilson.
Here.
Director Hayes is not here. Director Moore is excused. Director Deacon.
Here.
And President Bradley.
Here, we have a quorum. I'll call the meeting to order.
From the President, an ordinance authorizing public works and improvement programs at the airport consisting of capital improvement projects to and for airport buildings, structures, facilities, fixtures, roadways, driveways, taxiways, runways, ramps, and environs, including the acquisition of certain vehicles, snow equipment, loading vehicles, and other fixtures and equipment, the airfield building and environs project. Supplemental Agreement Number 3 to PSA Number 1167, testing and inspection of materials for Kings Highway Viaduct. Supplemental Agreement Number 3 to PSA Number 1170, Central Field Upgrades and Streetscapes Improvement. Electrical Service Agreement for Video Camera Surveillance Systems, Ward 14, Gravois, Chippewa, and Kings Highway corridors between Union Electric Company doing business as Amarin, Missouri, and the City of St. Louis in the amount of $837.23. Emergency work orders issued for the month of August 2017 by the Department of the President and Facilities Management Division, Board of Public Service for emergency work and repairs requiring prompt attention. From the President, Director of Public Utilities, Streets, Parks, Recreation, and Forestry, joint recommendation that permit for Chick-fil-A, Inc. for public improvements which include replacement of all public sidewalks adjacent to site and ramps at Mordale and Hampton, changes to street and construct new commercial entrance at 3801 Hampton, recommends approval subject to certain conditions. From the Director of Public Utilities, emergency work recommendation that the board declares as emergency labor and materials to inspect, clean, repair, and test 600 horsepower pump motor at the primary raw water pumping station at Chain of Rocks facilities. Recommends approval. From the Director of Public Utilities and Streets, joint recommendation that the following permits for AT&T be approved subject to certain conditions as follows. Starting at existing manhole in front of 5568 Martin Luther King, Board East, for 70 feet, turn across Dr. Martin Luther King down Bird for 329 feet. At the alley, 31 feet to existing riser pole and go area at the rear of 5515 Dr. Martin Luther King. Place 520 feet of buried cable from manhole 2156 at the intersection of Boyle and Washington, south on Boyle to the alley, then west in the alley to the rear of 4269 Olive. Beginning at manhole 2173B at the corner of Billups and North Market, place 1,124 feet of fiber in existing pipe going to manhole 2071 at the corner of North Market and St. Ferdinand. Core drill and trench 50 feet east, then turn north on St. Ferdinand and bore 342 feet north to property at 2601 Whittier. Inspect and rod 41 existing manholes from 3810 Washington to 4501 Gibson and place 13,527 feet of fiber cable after inspection is complete. Dig pit at 2350 McCausland to access existing cable. From manhole at 3681 McCree, bore 1,032 feet to a new 3 by 5 by 3 feet handhole at Lafayette. From handhole, dig 1 feet to a new 4 by 4 pad with fiber box. Place bollards from handhole at 3905, bore 27 feet to rise pole at 3904 McCree. From handhole at 3905, bore 70 feet to rise pole at 3867 Lafayette. From handhole at 2337, bore 161 feet to a new 3 by 5 by 3 feet handhole. From handhole, dig 1 feet to a new 4 by 4 pad with fiber box. Handhole with fiber box placed on AT&T owned property. From handhole at 2315, bore 56 feet to rise pole at 3622 Shenandoah. From manhole at 5050, bore a total of 260 feet to a new 3 by 5 by 3 feet handhole at 2616. From handhole, dig 1 feet to a new 4x4 pad with fiber box. From handhole at 2616, bore 3,343 feet to rise pole at 4974. From handhole at 2616, bore 943 feet to rise pole at 5016. From manhole at 3846, bore a total of 426 feet to a new 3x5 by 3 feet handhole and easement at 3826. From EXMT, hand dig 9 feet to a pole at same address. New fiber box will be placed in easement. All fibers placed in conduit will rise pole at 3836 and continue aerial. From pole at 3810 Keokuk, bore 400 feet to rise pole at 4,000 hydraulic. From pole at 4065 Spring, bore 467 feet to rise pole at 3851. Contractor to trench 2 feet in right-of-way from 3800 South Grand to 3900 South Grand on the south end of trench. Contractor to dig 4 feet by 4 feet by 5 feet splice pit to expose the existing AT&T cable. Contractor will place new copper cable in the trench and enter a SOC for 3800 South Grand, new Family Dollar Store. From manhole at 5759, bore 304 feet to a new 3x5 by 3 feet handhole at 5755. From handhole, dig 1 feet to new 4x4 pad with fiber box. From handhole at 5755, bore 266 feet to rise pole at 5750. From handhole at 5755, bore 203 feet to rise pole at rear 5755. From handhole at 5755, bore 391 feet to rise pole at 1120. From 5882, bore 203 feet to rise pole at 1110 Hamilton. From manhole at 4343 McCree, bore 620 feet to a new 13 by 24 by 36 handhole at 1565 South Vandervender. From handhole at 1565 South Vandervender, bore 287 feet to an existing handhole at 1565 South Vandervender. From handhole Vandervender, bore 402 feet to an existing handhole at same address. From handhole at 5039 North Rub, bore 827 feet to a new 3x5 by 3 feet handhole at 5025 Patterson. From handhole at 5025 Patterson, dig 1 feet to a new 3x3 pad with fiber box. From handhole at 5025 Patterson, bore 366 feet to rise pole at 5105 Patterson. From handhole at 4067 Park, bore 215 feet to a new 3x5 by 3 feet at 4044 Park. From handhole, dig 1 feet to a new 4x4 pad with fiber box. Place protective bollards. From handhole at 4044 Park, bore 6 feet to rise pole at same address. From pole near 1507 South 39th, bore 60 feet to rise pole at 3866 Park. From pole at 1551, bore 191 feet to rise pole at 1611 South Grand. Recommendation that the following permits for a charter be approved subject to certain conditions as follows. To place fiber in 2-inch ducts starting at existing manhole in the intersection of North 6th Street and Olive, bore east 200 feet to 515 Olive, then north 50 feet and place a vault in front of 515 Olive. Bore to place coax and conduit starting in front of 6900 Noonan, going southwest on the north end of the street, 500 feet ending in front of 6999 Noonan. Recommendation that the following permits for Ameren, Missouri be approved subject to certain conditions as follows. To construct new conduit duct banks on market between 16th and 14th, approximately 1,250 linear feet of open trench construction. And pulling in new number 2 AL primary from an existing pole in the alley north of Rucker to new pad mount transformer on the east side of Spring at 3691 Rucker. Recommendation that permit for Union Electric Company doing business as Ameren, Missouri to install conduit across street to feed new street light substation for the city at 1600 Biddle be filed by reason of the fact that the project has changed and the applicant no longer needs the permit. From the Director of Public Utilities and Parks, Recreation and Forestry, joint recommendation that permit for a Dutchtown South Community Corporation to encroach with 3 little free libraries, 2 in Minniewood Park and 1 in Laclede Park at 4100 through 98 Ohio and 4101 through 4199 East Iowa be approved subject to certain conditions. From the Director of Public Utilities and Public Safety, joint recommendation that the following permits be approved subject to certain conditions as follows. Ally Rafa and Lion Petroleum, Inc., to consolidate land at 6424 and 6434 Chippewa and City Block 6180. Alva D. Boast to consolidate land at 2406 through 10, 2412 through 16, 2422 through 24 North Sarah and City Block 3654. And John J. Deal Jr. and Susan Witcher, Soulard Business Park, to re-subdivide land at L'Esperance, 3rd Street, Russell, 2nd, DeKalb, and Barton in city blocks 735, 6501, 714, 720, 723, 733, 738, and 872. Recommends approval subject to certain conditions. From the Director of Streets, joint recommendation that the following permits be approved subject to certain conditions as follows. The Sweet Divine, to encroach with Sidewalk Cafe utilizing 150 square feet with liquor at 1801 South 9th Street. Cafe Pizzazza, to encroach with Sidewalk Cafe utilizing 200 square feet for 16 tables and 32 chairs with liquor at 1900 through 4 Arsenal. And Central West End Association, to encroach with Public Art, a bronze sculpture at 400 South Euclid. Recommendation that permit for Break Landscaping and Lawn Care, Inc. to encroach with mini excavator along South Grand Medium Islands between Shenandoah and Main Drive of Tower Grove Park be filed by reason of the fact that this is not an encroachment. Work is being done to repair irrigation system under a Board of Public Service contract, so a Board of Public Service permit is not needed. From the Director of Parks, Recreation, and Forestry, recommendation that permit for Gateway Fireworks to hold firework display at Cricket Field in Forest Park on September 23, 2017. Recommends approval subject to certain conditions. From the Director of Public Safety, recommendation that the following festival zones be approved subject to certain conditions as follows. Tower Grove Heights Anniversary begin at Utah Place in Spring, walk down Spring to Connecticut, and South Spring between Juanita and Wyoming. Connecticut between Spring and 3700 block of Connecticut on September 23, 2017. Party in Pestalozzi Street at Limp Street Fair, September 23, 2017. Hair of the Dog, Washington between Tucker and 13, September 24, 2017. Fall Festival at Fox Park at California and Victor, requesting to close Victor between California and Ohio for food trucks and a fire truck, September 30, 2017. Neighbors United Block Party, 13th Street between Locust and Olive at Christ Church Cathedral, September 30, 2017. Air Force Band Concert at Lenore K. Sullivan Central Overlook area, September 30, 2017. Holly Hills Grills, Wilmington between Lenona and Marinetta, October 1st, 2017. STL Square Off Pizza Festival on the Hill at Barrow Park from Northeast Pavilion to Northwest Ball Field, October 8, 2017. Old Rock House at the Old Rock House Street and parking lots at 7th and Hickory, October 14, 2017. Now we have the conditional uses.
Good afternoon, Mr. President and members of the board. My name is Michael Vicentainer, zoning plan examiner for the city, and I'll be representing the building commissioner at today's meeting per board order number 766. Transmitted herewith are the following conditional use agenda applications. Approval with conditions is recommended for 9 applications at 4727 Bessie, 4518 Fair, 5750 Marquette, 1616 Dolman, 4518 Arsenal, 2606 Cherokee, 4571 Pope, 5648 Pershing, and 3400 South Jefferson.
Are there any questions from the board on the conditional uses? Seeing none, take a motion, please.
I move to approve conditional permit.
Second.
Moved for approval and seconded. Can you call the roll, please?
Director Scobie.
Aye.
Director Wilson.
Aye.
Director Hayes.
Aye.
Director Moore is excused. Director Deacon.
Aye.
And President Bradley.
Aye. Conditional uses are approved. Turn your attention to our meeting minutes from last Tuesday, September 12th, 2017. Are there any questions or comments on the minutes? Seeing none, take a motion.
Motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
Moved and seconded for approval. Can you call the roll, please?
Director Scobie.
Aye.
Director Wilson.
Aye.
Director Hayes.
Aye.
Director Moore is excused. Director Deacon.
Aye.
And President Bradley.
Aye. The minutes are approved. Today's agenda, questions or comments?
Move to approve
Second.
Moved and seconded for approval. Can you call the roll, please?
Director Scobie.
Aye.
Director Wilson.
Aye.
Director Hayes.
Aye.
Director Moore is excused. Director Deacon.
Aye.
And President Bradley.
Aye. Today's agenda is approved. Motion for adjournment, please.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Meeting adjourned.